What's up, YouTube? Adam, aka Cincy Flipper here. Thanks for joining me again for another thrifting adventure. We go to the same store 2 days in a row, show you some cool pickups there, and then we have some sold items that made probably percentage-wise my greatest day of sales ever. So let's jump right in. So we just finished up that quick Salvation Army trip. I was only in the store for about 10-15 minutes, but we hit the book section hard. So this is the only personal buy. Magazines there are 25 cents. This is part of the Pokemon comic book series. It's number 4. It's only worth like maybe $5, but I'm gonna collect these whenever I find them. Bone, it's the entire graphic novel series in one book. Paperbacks are 50 cents there. So comps on these look to be about 15 to 25, so that'll be a nice flip on that one. It has a little bit of wear, so I'll list it on the lower end. So these are gonna be the haul of the day on that one. So these Norton Anthology 1865 to the present textbooks. So paperbacks there are 50 cents a piece, so that's like the Bone, no matter the size. So I was able to pick up 9 of these books for 50 cents a piece, and comps look to sell anywhere from 25 to about 50 based on condition. So on the low end, 25 a piece, that's 100, 200, and 225 in books. But some of them are in really, really nice condition, so they should be able to sell for a little bit more. That is a huge score. Don't walk past the book section, especially if you see textbooks. So just gonna butt in real quick about the stack of books here. So it's been a couple of days since I bought those. They've been sitting on eBay, and I thought for a minute, I used to sell textbooks to this website called BookBite back when I owned my comic book store. I'm gonna go see if they're still available. Well, they are, so this makes selling textbooks a lot quicker. So let me show you their website real quick. So this is BookBite. Basically, it's a textbook buying website. You start out, I go to bookscouter.com. You put in the ISBN number, and then it gives you this list of what all these different textbook companies are buying them for. I remember using BookBite in the past. They have really good reviews. I try to avoid like anything 3-star or lower. But I know I've used BookBite. I've had good luck with them. So I'll get $21.54 a piece for these books. The only issue with BookBite is you can only sell them in quantities of 4. So I have to do 3 separate transactions with them. But so $86.16, $86.16, and then another $21 for $2.50 invested. Don't have to list, don't have to really do anything other than box them up and ship them. And they'll send you PayPal within 24 hours of receiving the books. So quick tip, if you're looking to sell textbooks really quick, these textbook buying websites can be a big factor for you. So guys, we're back at Salvation Army the next day. I saw quite a few things that I wanted to pick up yesterday, but I figured I was off today anyway, so I'm coming up right at opening to see if I can find a couple of those things I found yesterday. Get them at half price. Let's go. So we're all done at half price day. Let's go back to the garage and go over everything I got. All right, so here's the layout of everything I picked up. Got a couple of movies. There were no solds on this one. I don't even really know what it is. but the listed were in the $20 to $30 range, so I grabbed it for $1. This was $1 too. Dune Special Edition. These were selling, I think, for about 20, so $1 for that. That's a good flip. Picked up a copy of Star Wars Force Unleashed 2 for the Xbox. I didn't have that in the collection, so grabbed that guy. Prince of Persia Collector's Edition Guide. I didn't look it up in the store. If it's worth something, I'll put it up, but I collect these hardcover guides, so that might be staying with me as well. At the CTA 2-in-1 kitchen mount stand, it was $2. These look to be flipping for about 20 to 30, so a nice little bread and butter flip there, and it's brand new, so I'll be able to list it a little bit more of a premium. So these shoes, I didn't actually look up the zebras, but I think these kind of style, I should be able to clean them up because they are a little dirty, but the bottoms look really, really good. I should be able to put those up for about 30, 40 bucks and get those sold. And then these are the Adidas Gold, endorsed by Stan Smith edition flats. I've looked up comps on these. They go for, it looks like, anywhere from 60 to 100 based on condition. So I'll clean these up really well. The bottoms are kind of dirty, but the gold, there's no flaking on the paint. It's in really good shape, so I should be able to get a good price for those. So guys, as I mentioned in my last video, my full-time 9-to-5 job is an IT technician, which means I repair computers for a living. But that also crosses over into my reselling. I frequently will post on Facebook and tell people that if you have a busted laptop, desktop, iPad, anything like that that's just sitting around a junk drawer, I'll either e-cycle it for you or pay you for it. And that's kind of the way that I make some more income. Let me give you an example of something I've picked up recently that's going to be a huge profit. So one of the places I've gone a lot recently is our St. Vincent de Paul bin store, where you pay by the pound. I found this HP desktop in a bin the other day, and on bigger bulk items, you can take it up to the register, they weigh it, and they give you a big discounted price on it. So I paid $5 for this computer. Depending on the condition, I'll try to refurbish it and sell the computer itself. But on this one, the power supply was bad, and it had a bad power supply, and it's wired in there kind of weird. So I didn't really feel like taking the time to completely refurbish it. So with the e-cycling and donated computers, I will part them out. So I paid $5 for this computer. This is the stuff that's getting recycled. The case, the power supply, and that's really about it. I'll be able to sell, it had 16 gigs of RAM. You can see that there. So 2 8 gigs of DDR4, which is the latest memory. I should be able to get about $25 to $30 for that. The motherboard, I'll leave the Wi-Fi card attached. The motherboard itself, the last couple sold for $80 to $90. It came with this low-end 2 gigabyte graphics card. I'll see if my personal computer, if it's an upgrade for that. If not, it's about a $30, $40 graphics card. But then the big thing that you get out of these computer units are the processors. So this one is an i7 7700 3.6 gigahertz processor. So this processor I have currently listed for $230. So most people will pass on broken computers, but as long as you have the equipment to test it, which I do, that can make you a huge amount of money. All right, guys, it's nighttime. We're in the garage, so you know what that means. Let's pack up some orders. So actually I have 4 orders going out tonight, and usually I wouldn't show this for my packing segment of the video, but my profit margin on these items were insane. I basically turned about $5 invested into almost $350. So let's go over these 4 items that sold. So the first order is 2 of these G.I. Joe vehicles. I haven't posted anything on here, but over on my Instagram, this is gonna be loud. There we go. I bought an entire trash bag full of these vintage 1980s G.I. Joe vehicles, and they've been slowly working their way out. So since I got these at the bins, they charge $1.09 a pound on everything that isn't books. So these weigh in at 9.9 ounces. So if you do the math on that, I am into these for 66 cents. And these 2 boats sold for $16 plus shipping. This next one I also bought at the bins. It is one of those clip-on game screens for the GameCube. It doesn't come with the main power cable, so I wasn't able to test it, and it had some scratches. So I sold it as is. I took an offer of $35 on this guy. So let's see how much it weighs to see what I have invested. All right, so this guy weighs in at 1 pound 6 ounces, which, let me minimize my shipping screen. So I'm into this for $1.49, and that sold for $35 plus shipping. So this next item wasn't a Ben's find. It's actually the only non-Ben's find in this video. It's these pair of Paraboot steel-toed leather shoes. They are very weather worn, but this brand Paraboot is insane. If you remember, it was from a couple videos ago. I'll try to put the button up here somewhere if I can figure out how to get that to work. But these shoes were insane. So I paid $3 and I just accepted an offer for $150 plus shipping on them. So this next item that sold, the profit margin on it is going to be insane. So earlier in this video, I showed you that computer with all the parts. I've already sold one of those parts in the one day between filming of those items. So I was able to sell the processor, this i9 7700, or I'm sorry, i7 7700 3.6 gigahertz processor. I took a best offer of $195 on this guy. So let's see what I had invested into that. Okay, so I know the math is a little rougher on this one because I did have all of that's not getting donated or not getting resold. That's just getting e-wasted, recycled. But for the processor itself, it weighs in at 1.1 ounce. So my buy cost on that is about 7 cents. So I took this 7-cent item and sold for almost $200. So it definitely pays to know what you're looking for with computer stuff, because you can make big money on certain parts. Thanks for watching another video. Hope you guys learned something or saw something that you can use in your own reselling business. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and thanks again, guys. Bye.